know, I have lots of friends who ask me, why are you working in government? Why do you work for a city? People that work in some of the most innovative global companies in the world. And I have to tell you, the city of Carlsbad is the best place I have ever been to work. We are not just changing things for the people here in Carlsbad, but the state, the nation, the globe. I see our city as a sandbox, a place that we can test and try things that can turn into something that revolutionizes the way that we work.
When it comes to communicating with the public, technology has been a game changer. It used to be that the city would provide information to the public, and now we get to actually have a conversation with the public and get feedback from the public. And that's really what communication should be. These days, the public expects their experience communicating with the city to be the same as their experience in the rest of their lives. They want to communicate 7 days a week, off hours, from their phones. We need to provide the full array of tools because that's what the public expects these days, and they should expect that from their government.
When something comes up, it starts with the people. We have a robust community engagement department. It's our communications and community engagement, and we have invested a considerable amount of time and resources to make sure that the community knows what's occurring and the community can tell us what they'd like to see. The use of technology has really improved our responsiveness in our Emergency Operations Center because it gives us an opportunity to better connect with people.
So when I first started here, which was back in 2006 as a police officer, we actually used to write our reports by pen and pencil on paper. So now with the digital transformation that the city of Carlsbad has invested in, we have seen a full transformation where our reports are all digital. So not only are we more connected to the community in the city of Carlsbad because of the digital transformation, but we're able to solve and investigate crimes more efficiently. So crimes that we used to look at that would take potentially weeks to solve, we can hypothetically get a crime case right now and have it solved by the end of our shift.
In Carlsbad, we're really supportive and follow data-driven decisions. So we want the data to help guide us in whatever problem that is presented before us.
Issues of diversity, equity, and inclusion are coming to the forefront in our community. So our ability to apply technology to deliver services and infrastructure in an equitable fashion is going to become more important to our residents. Carlsbad currently uses advanced mapping technologies to provide us data about lots of different types of services. And so by using this data to determine how we can provide services in a more equitable fashion to marginalized communities in our city, we will be able to advance equity and diversity. It's been remarkable how we can use technology to predict where issues will occur and address them before people notice that they've even happened.
When COVID-19 struck, we were already in a pretty good position to be able to implement a lot of the smart city technologies. When we started seeing the numbers continue to increase, we started tracking that. Not just tracking for the city of Carlsbad, but we started tracking this information throughout all cities in the region. And we were able to measure or benchmark between how we're doing versus others on a per capita basis. So to this day, we continue to have one of the lowest per capita infection rates in the region, and that's a credit to data-driven decision-making.
We don't invest in technology for technology's sake. People are the driving force behind everything that we're doing. It's how do we serve our residents better? How do we make things more efficient for our employees? How do we make this a place that works incredibly well and use technology in the right places while also having the empathy, inclusion, and human aspects to everything that we invest in?
I think what residents are going to want to see from the city of Carlsbad moving forward is that we just keep up. The way people communicate is different and it's changing, it's ever changing. So whatever we're doing today may not be how they want to communicate in the future. And so we need to constantly be evolving, constantly be checking in with our community and make sure that wherever they are, that they have a way to communicate with us in a way that's convenient for them.
Carlsbad stands out because we care about the lives of our residents. And I will say that every city cares, but not every city goes to the level of care that the city of Carlsbad does.
We have seen an amazing level of disruption with the pandemic, but we've also seen the human potential, the innovation, the change that we've been able to go through collectively. And what we see here as the city is that we are stronger than ever before, that we are able to be more innovative than we ever thought that we could be. And with our residents, businesses, and visitors, I expect that we will accelerate the change and really turn Carlsbad into a global capital of mid-sized cities where innovative people, innovative companies, and a culture of community thrives.